130,000 of your constituents in Alabama could lose their coverage.
We're not going to extend a program that is wrought with fraud, waste, and abuse.
He did plead guilty to defrauding his donors and constituents of hundreds of thousands of dollars, money he will no longer be required to pay back because of this commutation. Is this acceptable to you?
I have a few clips of Britt speaking with Dana Bash, attempting to defend Donald Trump on the Santos pardon and other MAGA politics. So if you can, take a moment, leave us a like on the video. It helps us out a ton. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's hop right in with some fact checks ready.
I do want to start with the news about Congressman Santos. He did plead guilty to defrauding his donors and constituents of hundreds of thousands of dollars, money he will no longer be required to pay back because of this commutation. Is this acceptable to you?
Look, I'll let Congressman Santos speak for himself when he comes on your program next. What I appreciate is President Trump's commitment to the American people. Look, we saw obviously disarray under President Biden, and President Trump is actually making good on his promises to secure our border, to actually make sure that our economy starts working.
Yeah, there's no answer from her because there is no answer. These people have obviously been advised not to touch this with a 10-foot pole. This is a MAGA Republican who not only chronically lied about some horrible things, but then openly scammed the American people of their money. Not only did he scam American people of their money, but it was the elderly with like brain issues and dementia. He was in a situation where he was going to have to repay that debt. And now because of Trump alone, who in his own words did this solely because Santos is brave enough to vote Republican, these elderly people with dementia and otherwise will never get their money back from the MAGA Republican who scammed them. But yeah, guys, at least Trump is throwing migrants in internment camps without due process and having ICE detain American children, and he's deported a U.S. citizen child as well. I mean, that definitely makes this all completely worth it. It means he's fighting for the American people.
In many states, people are beginning to see how much their health costs will rise if the expanded Obamacare subsidies expire. That's, of course, what Democrats have been warning about. 130,000 of your constituents in Alabama could lose their coverage. And your leader, the Senate Majority Leader John Thune, says he is willing to hold a vote to extend those subsidies if the government reopens. Would you vote to extend the subsidies?
Look, first off, let's be honest about this. Democrats are playing politics. They are pandering to the far left because they're actually terrified of them. They're not working for the American people. Leader Thune has put a clean CR that has passed the House on the floor. This is something that Democrats voted for 13 times under President Biden to give us an opportunity to continue to do our work.
Yeah, no, again, and here's the part being left behind in this, because Trump and MAGA did a very weaselly thing in passing the one big beautiful bill through reconciliation. They did not have to make any concessions in that to Democrats as well, because in doing that, they escaped the filibuster, meaning it obviously affected many programs and spending that Democrats did not agree with without offering anything in return that they did. A bill like this, again, normally would have to go through the normal process, would have to get 60 votes, you would have to make some sort of concessions, but they essentially cheated the system. This leaves Democrats with little options of what they can do, especially as the minority party, and a CR is practically the only one of those that are left. So they are now using the little options that MAGA left them through passing that bill in reconciliation, knowing it's not right, is to get one small concession. They're doing all this for one small concession, expand Medicare credits, protecting healthcare costs, right? And MAGA won't even commit to that. It's sickening.
The question is whether or not you would approve, because you might have an up or down vote on this, a one-year extension for the premiums as they are. Would you vote yes or no?
Well, what I want to vote is to open the government, which I have done a number of times. I have said that I'm absolutely open to having conversation, but we're not going to extend a program that is wrought with fraud, waste, and abuse.
Yeah, again, it's super simple to the point I'm sure most of you already understand. If the Democrats vote with Republicans here right now without getting any concessions, they then have absolutely no leverage going forward. MAGA could simply just never bring this to the floor. There is nothing guaranteeing they will, and no debate would ever even be had on it. The majority party party is well within their discretion to do this. Those credits would then just expire, prices will go up. And the fact that not a single MAGA member, not Britt, not Johnson, not Trump, not Vance, will commit to anything, to even saying, yes, I will vote to extend these subsidies, whatever, shows exactly why Democrats should not trust them, saying, well, we'll discuss it after. Let's get the government open and then we can discuss it, right? It's like my mom, right? When I would want something, but I needed to clean my room. She had been asking me to clean my room all week or something. It was like, oh, well, we'll talk about it after. Go clean your room like I've been asking, and then we can talk about it. And then the discussion after is no. No, we're not doing that, whatever you're asking. The Democrats are right to use whatever leverage they can to fight for the American people. Republicans know they're right too. They know that, oh man, we're not going to get away with doing this and destroying Obamacare the way we want to. And that's why they're so frustrated and annoyed that Democrats are doing this. I mean, when the opposition party in majority has shown a complete unwillingness to engage in the democratic process, it's pretty clear who is thwarting democracy and thus keeping the government shut down.